Navigating fame is something that many adults struggle to cope with. So what was it like for the children on Dance Moms to adjust to their new notoriety?
I was not normal.
People are always watching you.
Today we'll look at what that kind of sudden and intense attention does to a kid's psyche and to their social lives. Welcome back to my series, Dance Moms Uncovered. Becoming a celebrity at a young age will inevitably change the social dynamics that a child experiences at school and amongst friends. When Elliana considered going to a private school in Colorado, she went for a tour of the campus. She says that the whole time that she was there, kids were pulling out their phones and whispering about her. She didn't end up going to that school because she thought that the kids would make fun of her.
I toured a private school in Colorado just for fun. I walked in there the whispering starts and the phones come out. I think I would get bullied so badly. I feel like I'd be probably watched my every single move.
Yeah. There were plenty of other awkward situations that came about because the girls were famous at school. For instance, Chloe revealed that in middle school, some people wanted to be friends with her just because they loved Dance Moms. And Kathy recalls that some of the kids from Vivi's class once tried to use Vivi as the subject of their school project.
The first few months there was rough because everyone was just not genuine, and they descended upon me like vultures, and I was just excited to have friends, and then they all turned out to be wanting to know me.
When Vivi was in grade school, I think it was 4th or 5th grade, they had to go online on the internet and research somebody famous. And the teachers had to say, and it can't be Vivi Stein.
Kenzie says that growing up, she had a lot of people who wanted to be her friend for the wrong reasons. She claims that back then, she made a lot of bad friend choices because she surrounded herself with a lot of fake people. She found it strange when she would return to Pittsburgh after a stint in LA, and all the kids would be extra nice to her, including kids who had previously hated her. Brooke, on the other hand, struggled with people lying about her boyfriend during high school. When Brooke posted a photo of them during her senior homecoming, some girls who went to school with Nolan claimed that he had agreed to go on a hayride with them. When she confronted them about it, they admitted that they were lying.
I made too many friends. I feel like I was making friends with the wrong people when I was younger.
Some of those people were there for the wrong reasons?
Definitely. There's a lot of fake people here. I would go home to Pittsburgh and all the people that hated me would be so nice to me, and I'm you.
During our pictures, posted a picture, and one of the girls commented and tagged her friend and was like, oh, so this is why he couldn't come to hayride with us. They said it in a way that was okay, he was going as our date. They were lying. They were like, oh, it was just a joke. We know he goes to Penn State.
Unfortunately, these strange social situations continued for many of the girls into college as well. Kendall says that people at JMU used to put banners of her up in their windows. At first, people didn't know how to act around her, and Kendall claims that she had to distance herself from people who had bad motives. Paige tells a similar story, saying that people used to scream at her while she was waiting in line for bars. Because of this notoriety, she decided to keep a fairly small social circle.
People used to put banners of your face on their windows.
They had a pyramid of my faces.
For real?
On the windows.
Yeah, on the windows.
It was definitely a big adjustment. Like you said, there was pictures of my face on these random girls' windows. I definitely have a good radar of who's gonna be a genuine friend and who's using you for who you are.
Whenever I would go in line for bars and stuff, there would be people screaming at me and stuff, and I was please no. I also always keep my circle small.
Many of the girls, and young celebrities in general, have described themselves as growing up very fast. People who work from such a young age tend to feel a lot older than they actually are. Last year, Brynn explained that she felt as if she was 19, going on 35. She went on to say that the show put a lot of pressure on her, and she had to grow up really fast to cope.
I feel like I'm 19 going on 35. Being on the show helped me, learn how to respond to stressful situations. Obviously, it's not ideal, having that much pressure on you from a young age.
But it happened for a reason.
It makes you grow up really fast.
JoJo has also claimed that because she was expected to act and work like an adult since she was 9 years old, she feels mentally older than she really is. She claims that this is why she has always had friends who were older than her. When she was 12 years old, she became close friends with Colleen and Rachel Ballinger, and by 15 years old, she had befriended people in their 30s.
friends my own age. That is something that I honestly have never, ever had. I was 7 and my closest friends were 14 and 15. You know, when I was 14 and 15, my closest friends, it jumped, and my closest friends changed to a 27-year-old, a 30-year-old. I'm 21. My best friends are 30, 35, 32. My 2 closest friends are 28 and 24.
Maddie and Chloe also recognise that they have always gravitated towards older friends. Chloe believes that this is because they were always surrounded by so many adults when they were growing up on set. In an interview, Maddie said, "I kind of have felt like an adult my whole life, which is weird. Even Tonya, my best friend, she's in her 30s and I relate to her more than I do to 19-year-olds because I had to grow up so quickly."
I think because I grew up around adults, I just matured quicker than the people my age, so I kind of just gravitate toward people who are older than me.
All of the girls on the show have dealt with an onslaught of judgments and negative comments since they entered the public eye. Paige has revealed that she finds dealing with so many opinions online to be the hardest part of being so well known. It has gotten to the point where she doesn't want to read her comments anymore because she knows that she will inevitably see something that will upset her. And if social media is this difficult for them to navigate as adults, it couldn't have been good for them to be constantly scrutinised as children. Maddie recalls that when she began puberty, people began making lots of comments about her online. She said, "I literally hit puberty in front of everyone on TV, and that's a super weird thing. People were like, oh, she's gaining weight, she's getting fat. And I'm like, whoa, I'm literally becoming more of a woman."
Half the time I don't even look at my comments just because I know there's going to be that one that makes you upset, so I just kind of try and filter through them. But yeah, it's hard when you're getting opinions from everyone.
I remember one of the first comments I ever got about my body was, "Oh my gosh, you gained weight. You don't look the way you used to look."
Brynn received a lot of online criticism right from the get-go when she joined Dance Moms. In fact, she recalls that there was an Instagram account with tons of followers which said that Brynn should kill herself. When Brynn left the show, she had to adjust to going back to high school. Looking back, Brynn found it really challenging to make this transition, and she got in a lot of trouble on social media. At one stage, she and her friends had bought matching underwear and took a group photo in them. But a girl from school who Brynn says hated her decided to send it to fan accounts. And when this happened, Brynn received a ton of backlash online for being a bad role model.
I've had kill Brynn pages. I've had you should kill yourself. I would say bullying was really bad when I was on the show. Coming out of the show into high school, that was crazy for me. Just such a shock to the system. I got in trouble a lot of the time because I was still trying to find myself.
We all bought matching thongs for fun, and we go home and we take a picture in the mirror in our matching underwear. This girl, I guess, was I don't know, jealous, I'm gonna assume, and took a screenshot of that picture.
There was a girl from high school that was very jealous of me that unfortunately screenshotted the pictures and for who knows what reason, sent it to my fan accounts. But it's not like you just get in trouble from your mom.
Right.
It was
it's
I would get in trouble and then 2 million people that were watching me on social media would also get mad. Yeah. And so then it was just super stressful.
Kenzie also got in a lot of drama on social media, saying that every time it happened, it felt like the end of the world. She says that no matter how much she tried to be a good role model, people found things to criticize.
So if I did one wrong thing, it was the end of the world, which was really hard for me because I wanted to be a good role model to everyone because I pride myself in being, a good person.
Simply having notoriety and opportunities from Dance Moms put a lot of pressure on the girls from the show. People expected more from them than their peers, and they felt that they had to live up to a high standard. Vivi has struggled with the idea that being Vivienne from Dance Moms might have given her opportunities or advantages over others. Now that she's at college, she wants her talent to speak for itself, and to know that she's earning things on her own merit. Elliana says that she felt a lot of pressure to continue dancing because people would tell her that she was a prodigy and that she is too talented to ever stop. It got to the point where Elliana no longer enjoyed dance and didn't want to do it anymore. It seems that she didn't only feel the pressure with her dancing though. She says that for a while she used to feel as though she had to look perfect in everything that she posted to social media.
Do you think it helped that you were Vivian Stein and you had been on a TV show?
I hope it didn't. I want to get things or be awarded things for my actual dancing, and I have been questioning that, with, things throughout the past and recently. I'm like, wow, if I wasn't me, like, would I have gotten this, And sometimes I think I'm, like, judged a little bit harder, too, for things.
The pressure of everyone around me being like, oh, you're so good, you're a prodigy, which, I'm so grateful for. Those are such, like, amazing things to be called. But it puts so much pressure on me, like, I have to keep dancing for other people.
Before, like, I was like, I have to look perfect in everything I post. And I didn't want people to, like, think that I had, like, not a perfect life.
For better and for worse, since they appeared on Dance Moms, the cast members haven't lived normal lives. For some, like Brynn, Kendall, Brooke and Paige, they were able to return to high school after the show. For many of them, this was a huge adjustment, but they really appreciated the experience.
It was definitely a huge life adjustment coming back to my hometown and seeing all my friends that I haven't seen since 4th grade. Yeah. I finally went back to high school my freshman year, and I'm so glad she made me do that because I felt like a normal person for once.
Yeah. I wanted to just like be normal and like have my friends, and I'm glad that I did.
For many other cast members though, they were thrown headfirst into the LA influencer scene. Kenzie says that growing up in LA, she always found herself at the center of drama. From the age of 12, she was labelled all kinds of horrible names, and people became weirdly obsessed with her love life. She claims that she often witnessed a really strange, clingy dynamic between famous kids and their parents. She says that Melissa was different and would just drop her off at various places rather than hanging around. Nonetheless, her childhood in LA was still far from a normal experience. Just one example of this is when she slept over at Sia's house for her 16th birthday.
I was like 13, 12. I got accused of being a homewrecker, a slut, a homie hopper. They were so invested in their children's careers, which, like, rightfully so, because we were all so young. My mom was never involved in, like, anything. Like, my mom would just, like, drop me off.
I was pretty sure, like, I would sound like Sia, like, when I got older.
That's so cute. And now that you, like, know her.
Yeah,
like,
that's the crazy part.
Yeah.
For one of your birthdays when we were sleeping over at her house.
My 16th, I think.
So what do you guys think? Are you surprised by how fame impacted the girls? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.